Welcome to the April edition of the Roundup call. For those joining us for the first time, we usually host these calls the second Thursday of each month for us just to share the impact across different implementations, share challenges and learnings, and also share latest updates on the latest releases and improvements that the community has been able to work on. Yeah, let's move to the next one, which is CHT version 5.1 upgrade lessons. And Yuvraj will be taking us through this section.
Thanks, Anthony. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good. Hi, everyone. I'm Yuvraj Rimal. I work in Medic as a data system lead and application developer as well. So I'm going to present briefly about our history of upgrading to 5.1 from 4.22. Next slide, please. Yeah, so we were on 4.22 before upgrading to 5.1. And some of the features that we wanted to have in our instances have already been discussed. They were like task filtering and task notification for app users, but we also had SMS deployments, a lot of SMS deployments. So we needed some more features that are in 5.1 CST, that is a configurable SMS recipients and sender. Also, an ability to disable default to sender in SMS workflows. And in Nepal, recently, a new phone number was considered valid, and we also needed that. So those were the major things that we wanted our instances to be upgraded to 5.1. And also, as a bonus, CST 5.1 comes with the reduced CouchDB space. Next one, please. Yeah, so in total, we upgraded 30 production instances and 9 dev instances. Our instances varied from, there were a couple of some self-hosted instances that were hosted in a government environment in a multi-cluster instance. So multiple CouchDB cluster were there. We also had AKS-hosted multi-cluster instances and AKS-hosted instances. This is just what was the variation in terms of infrastructure. Next. So since we had a lot of this to be done, so like the upgrade to be done, so this is the process that we followed. So first, I tried a couple of instances with the documentation that we have for 5.1 upgrade and preparation one by one. And based on that, I prepared a cloud a playbook so that I note the required information and the learning from those upgrades on the playbook, and then based on that, I would continuously add whatever I learn on the new upgrade. So we had a different kind of scenarios. For example, we had some instances that were from the early like CST 2.x, and the data was on a different path. They were Docker hosted ones and all those things. So, and they needed to be treated separately. Some of them needed to be, the data needed to be moved from one path to another, and some had other differences. So yeah, we did that. And basically Cloud helped, yeah, I gave it instruction to at least say, okay, so, basically for 5.x upgrade, there is one thing that you need to be prepared for. That is, you need to have at least 5 times the disk space just during the progress or just during the upgrade. But after the upgrade is over, then it is fine. So the overall space consumed by CouchDB will be reduced. But during the upgrade process, it requires 5 times disk space. So yeah, it would check if the disk has that or not, and then also query the monitoring endpoint just to verify before and after and how it changed from before to after, because there were a lot of instances to be done. And yeah, and one thing that we did during all the upgrades was staging before running final installation, and this saves a lot of time in terms of your instances availability to user, because while it is being staged, users can still access, so the downtime would be less. And I would also say the staging is the longest time it takes during the 5.1 upgrade. Applying 5.1 and PostScripts run pretty faster. Basically, two-thirds of the time during the upgrade goes on the staging. And if you do that, so if your upgrade takes 3 hours, and if you do the staging before, you are saving 2 hours downtime already. So like your user may not be able to sync or log in for 1 hour only. So yeah, I would suggest every instances that are going to upgrade to do the staging before finally applying the upgrade. Next one, please. Yeah, this is a stats that I quickly wanted to show from one of the upgrade. On the left one, you can see, so these are the three CouchDB cluster services, and the initial size was 11 GB, and then final size was 48 GB. So I was tracking all the disk space, and as it was growing every 30 seconds, and you can see the disk increased up to 4.4 times. So that's why the CHT documentation also mentions about the 5 times the original disk space, and that's why I also recommend that we provision at least 5 times the disk space of the CouchDB folder, not the disk itself, but yeah, of the CouchDB data folder, and based on that, you should be good to go. Uh, yeah, so the stats is we had 120 users. Yeah, Vinod, I see a question from Vinod, and I have also, I think I mentioned somewhere, yeah, but we need the 5 times disk space, especially during the staging. Actually, the more space is required during the staging. So when you hit the staging, ensure that you already have the 5 times the disk space of the CouchDB. And so in our case, we had around 120 users, and they had 1.9 million records. And this on the right side is final space after entire process was upgraded. So after staging, after 5.1 applied, the disk size came down for all the workers, and in total it came down by 33%. So while it was using 30 GB on 4.22, it ended up needing just 20 GB after the upgrade. And this time taken may or may not be related to, or like, yeah, useful, but I have tried to put it here as well. And so you can see from the staging took us 41 minutes. And after 5.x YAML file was applied, it took us 17 minutes. And in total, you can see the actual time taken for upgrade was the staging, instance takedown, apply 5.xml, and then there is a post-upgrade work that happens in the CouchDB, that is source indexer and database compaction is run. So that is a total process taken for the upgrade, if you omit the backup and migration and other kinds. So that was total 1 hour, and out of that, since we did the staging, that took 41 minutes, and you see like two-thirds of the time the stage was or instance was still available to user and they could use it. And yeah, for the upgrade, for this example, the total machine time for upgrade was just 1 hour, and user were not able to log in only for like, they were able to log in, but not able to sync only for 17 minutes. That's it.
All right. Thanks, Yuvraj. Any question to Yuvraj? Thanks, Yuvraj, for the insights. So version 5 is our latest major release, and we already have other minor releases that are available, like 5.1. Out of curiosity, I'm not sure if implementers have tried or tested the upgrading. I can see here Cleophas from Western Cape. Have you tried testing 5.x? There is Cleophas and Jason. As you're waiting for them just to respond, Raphael, have you tried 5.x?
Yeah, we've tested it and we are currently running on 5.x.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyone who has tried and upgraded? And Raphael, how has been the performance compared to 4x?
The performance is pretty good. We can't complain. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Jason says you haven't yet, still running quite out of date. Yeah, we are hoping that you could soon upgrade and take advantage of the latest improvements and features. Yeah, Femi is still testing. I think it's exciting to hear that different implementers are testing on staging, and soon we'll all be running on supported versions. We can go to the next slide. So the next one is a short update on no-code configuration squad. Let's move to the next slide. So I think all of you are aware of our CHT community squad model, where based on the need from the community, we are able to form a working group just to work on that need. And this is a model that we started in 2024 October, and it has been very successful. The community has been able to build a couple of big features with collaboration from the community, because we have a lot of expertise within the community. And with that model, we have been able to build generic features that are applicable and relevant to the most of deployments that we support. So that model has been quite successful, and we have a couple of features like single sign-on feature, interoperability between CHT and DHIS2 using OpenFN, task prioritization feature that we have been able to build using that model, and already Josh mentioned the UI extension feature. So we are in the process of setting up a new squad called No Code CHT Configuration Squad, which aims to empower non-technical community members to be able to configure and update CHT applications. One of the pain points that most of the community members have been sharing is whenever they just need to make a change, a small change of the form, they need to involve the technical team, which sometimes take long. So regarding that, we are planning to start this code so that you could be able to build a form builder that would enable community members, both technical and non-technical, to be able to perform CHT app building. So one of the next steps that we are looking at achieving in the next few weeks is post the announcement on the forum and invite community members to become part of that squad. And you can contribute by supporting the design process, configuring the code, testing, and also documenting. So please look out for that announcement, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to kick off the squad. So looking forward to community members participating in that and contributing. We already have a couple here who have participated in previous squads, and we are happy to welcome you in these squads, like Edwin, Samuel, and many others who have participated in other squads like Timothy. Because of time, we can go to the last slide. So we just wanted to thank all of you for joining this call. We'll be able to share the notes and the recording next week. And special shout out to Datam team and Sugat and also Yuvraj for helping to facilitate and presenting. And for the upcoming events, we have the UI Extension Squad call immediately after here. So please join us if you'd like to learn more on the progress you have made. The next roundup will be on May 14th, same time. And then we have the community meetup next week. And then the May one would be happening on May 12th. And then we have the dev hours happening on April 23rd and May 7th. So looking forward to seeing all of you there as we continue to contribute and make sure that our tool continues to be robust and serve the needs of our community members. So thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your day and night, and talk to you soon. Thanks and bye.